So the problem is that no matter what you do to the mold, when you do it like this is like a suction cup. The Bavarian just grabs onto the edge of the mold and it does not want to let go. So you've got to convince it to let go. Especially like Eric's, which is in a really fancy mold, it's not like you can run a knife around it. You could try running a knife around this, but you risk ruining how it's going to look. You're going to screw it up. So there are a couple of things you can do. The number one thing is this is very hot water. As hot as you can get it. You stick it in. The idea, obviously, is to melt a thin layer so it'll let go. The problem is, what's going to happen is you're going to get frustrated because it's not going to come out. And you're going to have to keep trying and trying and trying. But what you don't want to do is to melt so much that when you unmold it, it's just got, especially with yours, because once you unmold it onto your plate, you're not going to be able to move it, and you're going to have all this liquid, pouring all over it. It's going to look like a sauce. Because the other thing is once you unmold these, like if you mold it onto a plate, that also acts as a suction cup, and it's not like you can push it. So if you unmold yours off center, it's staying there. It's not going anywhere. It's just going to go like that, suction onto the plate, and it's stuck. One thing you can do is put a little water on the plate so that it'll slide, but then you have trouble because you don't want it to keep sliding, right? So the idea is to try to get it centered when you are trying to unmold it. Yours are going to go in those nice little beautiful cups you made, but you're not going to unmold into those cups because you'll break the cookie. So you're going to unmold it first into your hand or onto another plate, and then you're going to pick it up with a spatula or something and place it very carefully into your little cookie. Because those cookies, as you have discovered making them, are fragile, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to do this. And you don't do it halfway because you've got to melt it the whole way for it to let go. All right? And you're going to do that. And then you're going to do this. And then you're going to do this a few times, and then it's not going to come out, and then you're going to do it again. So you just keep doing this, all right? And eventually it will let go. The other thing you can do with little ones is to bang on the edges, because you can see it's starting to loosen up a little bit. That sometimes will help. See, you can see it's letting go a little bit on the edge. Sometimes that will convince it. So that's harder with the big ones like yours. First of all, you'll hurt your hand because of all the design on the outside. But a little one, and especially one that's got a nice even side, that will sometimes coax it out. So we do this again. Back on here. We'll do it a couple of quick shakes sometimes will convince it to come out. And it still doesn't want to come out. So you can see it's starting to loosen up, but it still doesn't want to let go. So this takes a while. Those of you, the rest of you, I think all have plastic, right? You're going to have it a little bit easier. You're going to be able to lift, you're going to have a spring form, right. and you're just, everybody else is just going to lift out the plastic.
Lift out, won't it just go crack?
It shouldn't if you do it right. Nothing like a little